I am a saver. I don't believe on throwing stuff away if I can use it later on down the road.
I would like a house with more cupboard space and more closets.
Amanda was born, actually Becky went in to go to the bathroom and
She was in the bathroom. She said, I think I'm a laborer.
she sat down to go to the bathroom, and next thing you know, Amanda was in the toilet.
Just because that expired doesn't mean I'm gonna drink it. Would you believe it if I told you animals love that stuff?
You feed Mountain Dew to animals. You feed expired Mountain Dew to animals. Is that what I'm hearing you say?
To animals, yeah.
Hey, what's up, guys? Sean back. More hoarding. Another hefty man with a hoard. But this is, if you Google Hoarders, this episode shows up as one of the best episodes. Like, because it's supposedly the largest hoard, and the couple, like Andy and Becky, are listed as the most, like, funny, but also infuriating at the same time. So, yeah, it should be pretty entertaining. We're going to give it a go, see what they got going on besides this little rat breeding program they've got in the backyard. But let's see what Andy and Becky got going on in their lives. Oh, a ladder. You're going to need one.
Oh, I'm Andy, and I'm a rebel fighting for my freedom.
All right, banana boat rebel. Starting off great here. He's already banging his head on the ceiling because he's got so much junk in here. Olaf.
I am a saver. I don't believe on throwing stuff away if I can use it later on down the road.
So he's just a prepper. He's got Parmesan cheese just chilling in his living room. So yeah, he's prepped. Look at this thing on the ceiling, this light. That's gotta be a fire hazard, right?
That's why I'm different than most people.
I'm Becky and I'm a housewife. If there's ever a big disaster, we could probably live at least a year without.
If you don't get smothered by this mountain of trash, also, would you guys? I think I saw her in Modern Housewife, the magazine. She was on there as a cleaning expert.
Needing for anything.
Bisquick.
I'm Russ. Andy is my dad. Becky is my stepmom. I would never call Becky a hoarder. I would never call my dad a hoarder because they don't like that, and I know this. But yes, they're hoarders.
I think Russ here, they were hoarding toothpaste for him, but then they didn't need it anymore. That's probably why they got an excess of toothpaste.
I'm Amanda and my parents are hoarders.
Hi,
One
Amanda.
bathroom is filled with stuff, can't even get in it. The bedrooms are floor to ceiling, front to back, filled with stuff. Lots of books.
Yeah, but they just wanted to have extra mac and cheese just in case. What if there's a macaroni and cheese shortage in the rest of the world, huh? They've got it under control.
DVDs, just a hot mess.
I would like a house with more cupboard space and more closets because these houses is zilch on storage.
Yeah, I'd say the house is it's the problem, right? The house doesn't have enough storage or mac and cheese room.
Living room, the first thing you walk over is a TV.
I was taking out a TV that just never got outside.
Doesn't bother me to climb over it every day. Not at all.
You know, you get used to it, you adapt.
Okay, but leapfrogging a large screen every morning is not the best way. Andy and Becky have displayed amazing adaptability, learning to live with an estimated 250 tons. Holy shit, how much Parmesan cheese is in this building? Over 30 years. Wow.
It's like big explosion. Like if you touch it or look at it funny, stuff would just fall down.
Damn it. I had this stuck way back in here.
You'll walk past something and it'll fall or pop out on its own.
Oh,
Storing plates for later, too? This guy's got stuff everywhere. There's no way he knows where anything is in this house at all.
And he tells everybody, don't step on anything.
that's my medicine bag, and I don't know how it got there.
It's like, it's not my fault. You're the one who put it on the floor.
I know where to step, and I consider myself having a good sense of balance, like a mountain goat.
Was that a toaster? Also, mountain goat? That's how you describe yourself? I mean, whatever you gotta do. I guess goats can climb up sides of cliffs. They kind of are cliff climbing in this thing.
My dad has to climb over a big, huge pile practically up to the ceiling in the living room just to get to the laundry room to do laundry.
This is done 2 to 3 times a week.
I'm just looking at everything. I'm seeing Cheez-Its. I'm seeing Honey Grams. I'm seeing mac and cheese everywhere. Like, I'm spotting the food because I used to be 605 pounds, right? I could pick out food out of anywhere. But this guy having to climb to do laundry is pretty wild.
I climb over the pile and go in there.
Prego.
He has so many aches and pains in his body.
And that just, oh, it hurts.
I think some of it's mainly from the house.
Look, I can honestly say that their health's not going to be the best, but clearly they are not mentally well either. You know that whenever you see a thing of syrup sitting here with enough dust on it that you can't even hardly tell it's friggin' syrup anymore.
This stove here is almost brand new. I don't like it.
Yes, chef.
I cook in my frying pan in my bathroom.
Oh, for the love of God, you're using a hot plate where you sit your hot cross buns.
Damn it. I don't use a stove. I don't like big stoves. Don't do it.
Can't really wash your hands. Can't really wash any dishes.
Oh, sweet Jesus, he's washing the frying pan in the toilet because they don't have water. Where else is he going to get water? Oh my God, this has got to be like against OSHA safety or something.
And I think that's just absurd.
Oh, call Jesus.
My dad sleeps on the bed, but the mattress is halfway covered with stuff.
It doesn't bother me to lay on anything at all.
Wait a second, he's not a hoarder. I saw Rock'em Sock'em Robots. This guy's an effing genius. Also, I don't know when this Nickelodeon toaster was last used, but alright. Clearly not well. They'd be better off living in a dump. There he is.
But it just hurts to see him in this position. Because it's too much. It's ridiculous. All these damn years. It's like, don't see it. It's wrecked. Why keep it?
That hurts. That hurts.
I'm Michelle, and I'm Andy and Becky's daughter-in-law. I am very upset about the conditions they live in. They tell me it's their choice, and it may be, but nobody should have to live like that.
Hi, Michelle. You married into the macaroni and cheese kingdom that is Becky and what's his name? Andy? So, yeah, this is not great, but you married into this family. This is your inheritance. Becky's pattern, surrounding herself with things that can be traced back to her childhood.
When I was born, somebody was going to adopt me, and they gave my so-called mom money for me, and then she changed her mind.
Her mother.
Are you allowed to do that? I didn't know you could ask for a refund. Some people would be doing that.
Would basically sell her because she'd collect money for her for adopting. After she got the money, she would take her back out and put her
What?
someplace else and pull the same thing elsewhere.
Probably got shipped off to like 3 or 4 families. I know one family, they were going to get me just for a maid.
What? Well, no wonder they wanted a friggin' refund. Obviously, she's not maid material, but kind of so disgusting of the mother. I didn't know you could barter babies like that. I didn't think that was a thing, collecting adoption fees and then being like, nope, you don't get any take-backsies. I want the kid back.
Becky has a hard time relating to people. And I think that's why.
Yeah, I'm more comfortable with things than people. And, and Andy's my family.
Andy just wants her to be happy, and he will let her do anything she wants.
Andy never had hoarding tendency until he met and married Becky.
I'm Duke. Andy is my brother. Becky is my sister-in-law. Is he an
Hey, Duke, you're about to inherit some dust bunnies, buddy. Get on in here, get to cleaning, scrubbing up, because her maid days are behind her.
enabler? I don't know. I know if you give either of them a rock, both of them could figure out something to do with that rock.
I feel like my mom's more of the hoarder. I feel like my dad is more of the collector.
Quick question. Do you guys think he's talking about an actual rock, or is he talking about the rocks that you smoke like rock candy? Living in a massive hoard of garbage, the only life Amanda has ever known. That's so sad.
Amanda was born, actually Becky went in to go to the bathroom and
She was in the bathroom. She said, I think I'm a laborer.
she sat down to go to the bathroom, and next thing you know, Amanda was in the toilet.
Shut the hell up. Oh my God. They do everything in the toilet. They have babies. They wash pans. They cook pancakes. What the hell? This is the most multitask bathroom I've ever seen in my damn life.
That's how we got her.
I won't speak bad about my dad or her mom, but I don't believe that her childhood was a fair one, no.
Bedrooms were full, so I slept on the floor or recliner that was in the living room.
Her childhood has a lot to do with the way she is now.
I didn't have friends, ever, so, because I'm not sure why kids don't like me, so.
Look, kids don't like people that are somewhat different than them. So when you're little, like standing out is a bad thing because everybody just wants to conform. Once you're an adult, you realize like, hey, I like being kind of an individual, but I don't got any friends anymore either. I isolated myself for so long. There was only one person who befriended Amanda and didn't judge her, and how she lived.
I'm Brittany, and I am Amanda's friend, and Becky and Andy's neighbor. When Amanda and I were younger, we would play and whatnot. I think her mom kind of put it in her head that there was something wrong with her.
I know my voice is kind of messed up in some way or another, but I feel like there's nothing the matter with me.
Amanda moved out years ago, but still spends the night occasionally when she visits her parents. Okay, so she thinks something's wrong with her, and I don't think anything's wrong with her. I really don't think she was given a fair shake at life, though. I think she deserved way more than that, than being born in a toilet and told she was, like, different and not wanted her whole life. Crappy parents.
Where am I going to sleep tonight if I miss my bus?
She has a bit of a speech impediment, okay? I believe that she's very smart. I believe that she's just been kept sheltered.
She was in that house a lot, not allowed to go outside, kind of accumulated, like she was another part of the house. Like,
I mean, every day's a scavenger hunt when you're trying to find your underwear in this house, but if she can't find anywhere to sleep, pull up a banana box and hop on in.
she's an item.
Sure filled up that room, didn't you?
Definitely hard to see her grow up like that.
Aww.
I believe Amanda is scarred. I also believe that she doesn't know that.
When
I really like that neighbor girl. She seems sweet. She's tearing up thinking about her friend. That's the type of friends you need right there. But there's nothing wrong with this girl. She's perfectly normal for the life she was given.
are you going to have more space for me?
She's a very joyful girl to be around.
If I have advice for any kids that have hoarding parents, I guess you're gonna have to tough it out, and hopefully you can make a better life for yourself once you move out on your own and everything. So, because I had to tough it out, so it's hard though, still is, and hopefully you move out far enough you won't have to deal with your parents.
Bro, what a sweet, amazing person for the hand she was dealt, okay? And parents like this, they're just going to be like that. I mean, you could challenge them to a rock'em sock'em robot game to see if they'll throw something away, rock, paper, scissors to get rid of the extra mac and cheese, but conditions on the property have been bad for nearly 2 decades. Dozens of neighbors have complained to the city. Okay.
I'm John Nearing, mayor of the city of Marysville. We're trying.
The mayor's involved in the Macaroni Palace? What the hell? You know it's gotten bad at that point.
To solve citizen complaints here in the neighborhood. Multiple citizen complaints to council members, to myself, to our code enforcement staff. It's our responsibility as a city when there's this level of a public health situation in a massive code enforcement violation, unlike probably anything we've seen in this city. It's our job.
All right, Mayor Flat Top, have you seen that these people cook eggs where they take dumps? Because that should tell you this is not a mentally well family. I don't think they're going to worry about the ladders outside, the little rat breeding ground program they got going.
To fix it. If we don't fix it, no one will.
Guess what? It's mine. I will do what I want to do. It's none of your damn business. Do I
I don't think anybody's trying to steal your Parmesan cheese here, pirate. Chill out.
go to your place and tell you how to live? You don't come to my place and tell me how to live.
I'm a big property rights mayor, but property rights extend to the community as well. So we as a team have been working to help the Otters voluntarily clean this up for several years now.
Bro, when your mayor is involved with trying to help you clean, you think that there's a problem with all the dust bunnies in this house? Because I think we're probably getting to the point where it's a problem.
I believe we're living in a communist, dictator, Nazism ship. And you want to know something? I believe the city spies on everybody with drones.
Bro, the drones couldn't even see around all the shit you've got going on there. Not to mention, you're having children in the crapper. So that should tell you there's a friggin' problem here, buddy. And it's got nothing to do with the Communist Chinese Party or anything like that.
No, the city does not spy on citizens with drones.
They lie through their teeth. They lie like a rug.
All right. Andy and Becky's relationship with the city has been so contentious that they have started to record all interactions. Great. They're sovereign citizens.
We try to record everything for future use.
Whenever I talk to the city, I record it because they lie so much.
We don't want to push it to the point where you go to jail because of the violations and you're not getting cleaned up.
No, that's because you, jackass, say we move from one place to the other.
Okay, I could see that we're just leapfrogging junk here, but I just noticed that Becky's got on like orange hunter camo because they want you to see her with the drones, apparently, because she blends in the second she gets into this house. I couldn't even see Andy when he was laying down.
Well, we had everything cleaned out from under the tree over there. The city said, you haven't cleaned anything, you just moved it from one place to the other.
They definitely tried to find different ways to continue to keep most of the garbage, but somehow comply with the code.
I don't like to be called a liar. I hate that. So, needless to say, it went downhill from there.
But for somebody who's sitting here like the city are all commies, you're the one that's got everything made in China in your friggin' backyard. So, yep, you don't like the commies, but unable to gain voluntary compliance, the city's began issuing the Otter citations.
I'm John Walker. I'm the Marysville City Attorney. In 2012, Mr. and Mrs. Otter had 3 citations for accumulating garbage. For 2014, he got 2 more.
That's it? You'd think they get way more than that. Also, look, they're saving apple juice for later. Take a swig.
Citations. And then if there's a 3rd violation within 2 years, it's a misdemeanor crime. And in fact, that's what happened.
Andy and Becky were fined for public nuisance, and the court ordered code enforcement to inspect the inside of the house. Okay, what do you guys think code enforcement's going to find? Because if they see Rock'em Sock'em robots, they'll realize they're just collectors.
My name is Sergeant Davis. I'm the sergeant of the Code Enforcement Unit of the Marysville Police Department. We entered through the front door and all I could see was a wall of garbage.
My name is Darby Boggs and I am a code enforcement officer with the city of Marysville.
I don't even think code enforcement can help. They literally had a daughter where they take a dump. She didn't even know she was pregnant. She hoards so much stuff, she didn't realize she was hoarding a child.
Inside of Andy and Becky's house. I felt like I was being pranked. It was a nightmare.
There was no kitchen, no living room, no bathroom, no...
Right, you're getting punked. Ashton Kutcher jumps out from behind the toilet. There you go, you're being punked.
Bedrooms, just garbage.
Andy said, "Be careful, my children are in here." And my heart sunk.
I had 2 kids, 4-legged kids.
Oh.
They were family.
Oh, screw you to the grave. He's not mentally well, but I thought he was somewhat funny up until this point. All the funny just went out the window. I'm pissed.
The cages the dogs were in were small, narrow cages, and they were buried by garbage.
You don't keep children in kennels with urine and feces up to 4 inches.
They said dogs are in there 24 hours a day. There's poop all over the place. There has never been poop on the ground.
The dogs were
Come on, this has to fall under cruel and unusual punishment to those poor dogs. This is like really friggin' disgusting at this point.
several inches of feces and urine, surrounded by hundreds of pounds of hoard. They were treated unfairly, they were unloved, and they were uncared for.
Oh my god. Sergeant Davis and Officer Boggs applied for and received search warrant.
After the search warrant was executed, animal control officer issued the criminal citations to both Andy and Becky for animal cruelty.
But look, they have these dogs. They shouldn't have kids, let alone dogs. So I'm surprised nobody like from CPS or whatever got involved with the kids being in this household before the dogs.
Felt very sad and bad because it's like ripping my heart out. And that's the reason it was done, was just to get to me. They want to hurt people, and they've done a good job on me.
So you think it had nothing to do with the dogs living in 4 inches of poop? Or, yeah, nothing to do with the condition of the house at all. Dogs being in a cage 23 hours, it was just to get even with you. That the drone saw you, and they came to get your dogs.
I don't think Andy and Becky are happy that we took their children away from them, but it was the right thing to do.
The others were so upset, they scraped together enough money to hire their own attorney.
My name is Philip Wakefield. I'm an attorney from Everett, Washington, and I represent people charged with crimes.
Hi, paralegal poison. What do you think? The dogs were living in 4 inches of poop. You don't got a friggin' lawsuit. You don't deserve... Like, I know lawyers have to take cases for people they might not side with, but that's still crazy.
Animal cruelty, second degree, is a gross misdemeanor, punishable up to a year in jail and a $5,000 fine. Law enforcement confiscated their dogs and had them seen by a veterinarian. I'm looking at the summary from the veterinarian, and it indicates that both dogs were in need of general grooming, including bathing, brushing, nail trims, and ear cleaning.
Oh my god, that ear hole is full of sin. Look at that. That's so gross. How could you ever let your dogs get to this state? Because you're worried about having enough Lucky Charms in case the world ends, but you're not taking care of your friggin' dogs.
Mild skin dermatitis and inflammation, and that was it. These dogs were not in bad shape.
Bad shape? I'm pretty sure that dog's supposed to be white. He turned yellow. What do you mean bad shape? Oh, fuck you. This case is currently working its way through the court system.
I could end up in jail, and I don't give a damn they put me in jail, because if they kill me off, oh, well, they have a lot of people on their ass.
I'm here today, pay my weekly visit with them and see what kind of progress they're doing.
Do I hate Cop Davis? You damn right I hate Cop Davis. That's fun.
I don't think Cop Davis is exactly your biggest fan, but I'm pretty sure the neighbors aren't going to be rioting in the streets if they take and put you in jail. Just saying. I mean, I'm sure people will miss you. I don't think the protests are going to happen quite like you think, buddy.
Enough. You see that post?
Yes, sir.
That post?
Yes.
That's your property. This is ours.
Okay.
Stay off from ours.
All right.
So get back down there.
How's everything going here, Andy?
Get back down there.
Is this going to work for you?
I want you on the other side of those two posts.
What kind of progress have we been making, Andy?
I've been making a lot of progress. What the hell have you been doing besides harassing me?
I'm not trying to harass.
I mean, I guess this is what progress looks like to them, but this is pretty bad. Mentally ill, every single thing in the book that could be wrong, and this family's struggling with, it looks like they're running the gambit of everything at this point.
You, Andy.
The hell you aren't.
I'm really just trying to help.
You hurt me like hell.
What do you mean by that?
You took my 2 kids away from me. I'm very frustrated. That was your doing. Now, don't say it wasn't. I don't want to hear it from you. And at this point, I will not tell you how frustrated I am.
Is there something I can help you with today, Andy?
You can help me by getting the hell out of here.
I'm pretty sure Cop Davis came to check out your Cheez-It collection just to make sure that the rats are being fed well in the neighborhood, because that's what these guys are doing.
That means I might do something I'd regret. You're nothing but a damn liar. I will not say what. I can't say what I want to say. Don't talk to me.
No.
I can't say it. So all you are is a damn liar. I will not say it. No.
He's talked about suicide by cop,
Russell knows
where he
what
goes, I can end it just by pointing a stick at them and they'll shoot me.
Don't hold your tongue now, buddy. Come on, tell us how you really feel. You really haven't had a problem holding back thus far.
the hell out of here.
He says, all I have to do is get my gun out and they're going to shoot me.
I don't know who said I had guns, because I don't have guns.
It's completely possible that Andy could be killed by the cops very easily, by a small threat.
There's things that need to be done
Yeah.
that are going to be
And
done.
it's going to be done.
Otherwise, there's going to be
without the city.
consequences. You understand that, right? You
Yeah,
understand
there
that,
will
right?
be consequences to you.
All right. If I had knowledge.
This guy's really just ready to go to the OK Corral and have a shootout at this point, which is sad, because nobody should have to be living like this or dealing with this. The cop probably don't even want to be here either.
There was threats directed at me, I would report that to my supervisor, and I've had knowledge of Andy verbalizing things that later he regrets.
I'm tired of your damn lying.
So I would suspect that if he makes some type of threat towards me, it's probably just venting again.
Yeah, this guy's definitely venting, because you can't vent the house. He's got stuff piled to the damn ceiling. There's no fresh air in here at all. I'm pretty sure he's caught black lung at this point from all the black mold he has to be breathing in.
Out of here.
Appears to me that there's a couple senior citizens there, and you don't think there's anybody there to back them up. Well, I'm here to tell you, he's gonna have to go now.
This is the city of Marysville, and I don't have to go. Do you understand?
You got a warrant? We'll stick up for my dad no matter what, whether he's right or wrong. I know he's wrong in this situation, but I'll still stand behind him.
Good for you. I mean, I know your dad's been hoarding all this toothpaste for you over the years, so you feel some kind of obligation to him. But you need to back down on this one, buddy. Your dad is pretty dead wrong, and I'm pretty sure the neighbors are probably pissed off at this point.
I'll still stand up for him. He's my dad. You got a warrant? Go get it.
I don't need a warrant to stand
Hey, you know
here.
what? Can you see my dad? You're upsetting him.
I understand you folks are upset, but I choose to not do any enforcement, all right? And that's my discretion.
He's trying to hurt me as much as he can. That's what he's trying to get across to me.
He's bullying my dad, and he's been bullying him from the get-go.
No, he's not. He's trying to do right by the other people in the community. You're making life a living hell for everyone around you, because this has to be attracting rats, raccoons, all that fun stuff. So the second that your backyard start looking like a Madagascar movie, people are going to want that shit cleaned up.
They're realizing that we're not going away until the problem is solved. If they choose to not take the help that we're trying to find them, then there's a good chance they'll be convicted and face jail time.
Yeah, they're also playing Where's Waldo and Waste, so everybody wants to find what the hell's going on before another kid accidentally pops out in the friggin' toilet.
There's Trump's face, and then
Well, if Donald Trump found out about it, hopefully he would be on our side.
then you Twitter what you want to Twitter.
And I've already sent him a tweet. What we're doing is tweeting.
Oh, sweet Jesus. Do you think Trump's going to pardon you for all your friggin' pounds of trash lying around? I guess he did pardon Kodak Black, so, I mean, it wouldn't be too out of the realm to think that Andy and what's-her-name here could get off on a couple tons of trash.
To Trump, just telling him about our situation. The city took away our dogs.
Stole the dogs.
Yeah, stole the dogs.
Illegally.
And they're doing elder abuse to us.
I think you would have had a better shot with Biden, but I guess shoot your shot at Trump. But Biden might have let you get away with some of this trash because his brain's a little cluttered.
Hopefully he sees it. He'll Twitter me back or email me back.
The city of Marysville, Washington took our dogs and maybe our house. We don't jump high enough for code enforcement. Jack's booted tactics makes comments. All right. Well, you can't jump at all. Your head's already hitting the ceiling, but I get what you're getting at. Trump, pardon me, I got a bunch of trash. In spite of Andy and Becky's anger and resentment, both the city and the families have repeatedly volunteered to help clean up.
Public Works actually went out to Mr. and Mrs. Otter's house a few years ago and did a cleanup.
The city offered to help clean up for free, but you don't keep anything.
Bro, this is after the cleanup? Imagine what it looked like before this. He had way more things of Parmesan cheese.
The city was saying, well, this is garbage, that's garbage, and it was good stuff.
Took my lawn chairs and garbaged them, and I was not happy.
We sent crews up.
Those lawn chairs got at least 5 more minutes of life in them. Them things, if you sit on them, you could probably sit there for a little bit before the moss makes them rip in half.
To clean the place out for them and get a little bit of the way through, and they called the whole thing off.
City is now taking a stand.
Is there anything in it? You're gonna keep the empty bucket?
There used to be.
Let me guess.
You never know. It's friggin' baby wipes. A baby might accidentally fall out in that thing too.
You're gonna keep rocks in there.
What kind of rocks? The Otters must bring the property in compliance in 30 days, forced to clean up, place a lien on the property.
Sometimes I feel like grabbing my mom and shaking her and saying, you have to get rid of stuff.
Let me guess. You saved the bags because you put things in them, right?
Yeah.
My brother Russ was supposed to do that in a way, like get really angry.
Here we go. Okay, now look at
and raise his voice to my mom, but he didn't have the guts to.
How do you?
I mean, you could shake the shit out of her at this point. There's just nowhere for any more shit to go. Everything's full. The toilet's out of commission. Unless you want a pancake, then you can use the toilet, because that's where pancakes come from.
Expect me to help you if I can't throw nothing away. It's not easy to clean up when they are there.
Now, that is not a toss.
That's not a toss.
Nope. No buckets. No milk crates.
That's right.
Or buckets.
She wouldn't let me throw away a bag of dog poop one day, and I was like, oh my God. That's when I realized that she had a serious problem.
Becky, we got more.
You can't toss anything in this friggin' house. They want to keep everything, but that's the nature of the mental illness, right? They just don't want to throw anything away. You can't toss anything, not even their salads.
Bags.
Okay.
In spite of all the pressure from the family, neighborhood, and city, the Otters remain steadfast in their desire to live free.
I am fighting for my freedom. I want my freedom. And they won't let you have it.
I don't think there's any merit whatsoever to the claims by Andy and Becky that the city's trampling on their rights.
Right? Freedom to pee in 2 liters? I mean, you've got that, buddy. Nobody's stopping you in the house. The problem comes once you get outdoors. And you're talking about this breeding ground of all this fun stuff, got asbestos in the air, everything. I think those are friggin' extra toilets, aren't they? I don't know, man. They've got a lot of good stuff in here. We need to go and check this out, see what we can recycle.
We've been overindulgent in this case. What's happening is the rights of their neighbors are being affected.
Right.
I'm Sarah. Andy and Becky are my backyard neighbors.
Hey, Sarah, I'll give you a Rock'em Sock'em Robot game for you to shut up.
I've seen the Otters move things from one side of the yard to the other. I can't honestly say that I've ever seen a garbage can go out. It's piles of junk, and there's open things of dog food, which has created and rat infestation.
All right, you talked me into it, Sarah. You can have a thing of Lucky Charms, too. I'll probably throw in a Twix if you write me a letter of recommendation saying that I am the cleanest person on earth.
I do not have a rat problem here.
Ooh.
I
guess that's a baby squirrel.
Let me tell you something about neighbors and rats. I've got a neighbor back there. They say that there were 6 in her garage, and her kids beat rats off with baseball bats.
We put a trap in over by our barbecue, and next thing we know, there were 6 rats on our...
You guys have rat mobsters that are teaming up on toddlers? What kind of shit are you feeding them? I need to get me some of that Parmesan cheese in this damn house, extra rocks.
Back porch in the middle of the day.
Have you ever been
Squirrel.
around rats before? Do they attack you? They run from you if they see you.
I've literally been changing laundry over and had one come through the dog door.
She's a damn liar.
They're big as dogs? What the hell? Get the rat poison. These things are growing into Pomeranians.
If your freedom or your perceived freedom is negatively impacting the freedom and the property rights of your surrounding neighborhood, then that's a collision that has to be rectified.
This is all brought on by the damn liberals. And in my book, the liberals are communist.
A lot of people in my job point fingers.
I am still very lost on how this went left or right, but I think you're going way left, buddy. Your whole sovereign citizen stick, prepping for the future, we can survive in case there's ever a nuclear bomb. I don't think that's how it's going to work. You're just going to end up with jacked up nuclear rats eating all your friggin' Twix and Lucky Charms.
And Andy and Becky are one of the biggest finger pointers that I've seen. They spit on the city of Marysville.
I've tried to calculate a dollar value to the resources that we've utilized on the Hoarders, and I think a very conservative number would be around $100,000 in just labor.
Holy shit, you got 6 figures worth of trash? That's what they've cleaned up so far, too. Dear God.
We're out of patience. We can't continue to spend taxpayer money having code enforcement officers go out over and over again and seek voluntary compliance. It's been going on for years now, and they've demonstrated over and over again that they will not comply. So we're at the point where I have directed our city attorney to pursue the abatement process, which would mean the city would seek a court order to go in and clean, and then there would be a lien put on the house to recoup the cost of that.
Bro, they just have a thing of waffles chilling in the friggin' living room. Just send Cop Davis back in. He pisses off Andy so much he might actually clean something.
They'd lose the house. Andy's financial situation is not good.
If I can't clean up, they're gonna do the abatement. They move me out, they take everything, and I pay for everything, whatever it costs.
Nobody wants you to go homeless because you can't get rid of trash. I think everyone in your community would actually want to help you, because nobody wants to take anybody's house from them, right? These people, you put them out on the street, they'll just start piling trash in the street. Facing jail time, lost their home, Andy and Becky Otter have agreed to work with a team of professionals. All right. Find the Parmesan.
I'm Dr. Michael Tompkins. I'm a psychologist, and I specialize in the treatment of hoarding disorder.
Hi, Dr. Michael. Come on in. It's mealtime.
I walk onto the property, and the first thing I see is this big cardboard sign that basically states Becky and Andy's grievance toward the city and their complaint that the city has used tactics to take their animals away, to rob them of their independence, to take their home away.
That's a sign for Trump to come over to Taco Tuesday, okay? Just mind your business, Dr. Michael.
And so that's what I walked into.
Come in.
Hey, Andy. I'm Dr. Tompkins. May I come in?
Come in, yes.
Okay, well. That house is completely jammed. I've been in homes that have a lot of stuff in them, but this one is packed.
What are you talking about? He's collecting for the Cold War. He's already told you. He's a prepper. If the zombies come, this guy has zebra cakes for friggin' days.
You're happy with the way it is, or you would like it to be a little different?
Let me put it this way.
Okay.
I don't mind it.
You don't mind it?
This stuff don't bother me.
Okay. Wow.
But,
wow. Why doesn't it bother you?
It just don't.
When people...
Probably because he's got enough puzzles to keep himself busy for the next friggin' millennium. You've seen all the puzzles? All the extra, like, he's got all gratin potatoes, I think, behind him. Bran, Cheerios. He's got every collectible box of cereal ever made.
Get into this kind of state. They're in a state where they're just kind of getting through the day because every day is impossibly difficult. They pay such a price to just live.
Do you ever kind of worry that if there's a fire or something bad that you might not be able to get out of the house?
Not at all, because I have a dictionary behind you, which it says right in there, only you can prevent forest fires.
Time?
Nope.
You don't worry about that.
I don't worry about it, no.
Do you have health problems?
I've had strokes, I've had a heart attack.
Oh my God, Andy, really? Do you worry about, the emergency medical techs being able to get in here to help you or Becky? No, you don't.
Not at all. Why do you think I'm hoarding Cheerios? They say heart healthy on the front of the box. Duh, that's my survival tactic.
Think about that stuff, huh?
Something could happen to him. He could have a medical event, and the medical techs could not get to him and rescue him. And God forbid a fire. These people would perish.
Whoa. Be careful what you touch.
This home would burn in a matter of minutes.
Don't you step on my large screen TV either. That's chilling somewhere in here. I haven't seen it yet, but he said he steps over it every morning.
It's a death trap.
Dr. Tompkins makes his way to the back of the house to try to talk with Becky.
Becky, is it okay if I stand right there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just be careful. You might step on babies because she just drops them anywhere, apparently. Like the chicken noodle soup. That thing probably is the same place she dropped the baby.
Where did I put that?
Well, as I was walking up, I noticed a sign.
Yeah.
Did you make the sign?
Yep.
Why did you make the sign?
Because they stole our dogs.
She starts the narrative down the path of her anger and resentment toward the city and what the city is doing to them.
Are you saying that if you don't clear the house, you and Andy might go to jail?
Probably.
Well,
Yeah, we were collecting Cocker Spaniels, and then code enforcement came and just grabbed our friggin' dog.
How do you feel about that?
I don't care. Then I'll get publicity.
And so then you're hoping the publicity will achieve what?
Well, just hopefully just maybe start changing things in Marysville.
Is it worth it to be in jail for that?
Probably.
Is it really?
Oh my God, this lady is so clearly not well. Like, it's funny, it's sad, it's infuriating. All three things at the same friggin' time. Because, like, make no mistake, these people are kind of funny, the stuff they say, but they're also, like, very disturbed. You can just tell at this point.
You feel that strongly about it, yeah? But wonder if people don't care.
Well, then they don't care. We'll get our pound of flesh.
Well, the message that I'm hearing is that you and Andy just feel like you've been singled out and picked on, and it's unfair.
Yeah, because basically, they want us to bow down to them, and we're not bowing down.
It's so...
Also, you better friggin' care. These people will call the Rat Gambino family on you. It's mobbing up on children in the neighborhood.
Important to you to stand your ground here, that you're willing to lose everything.
Yeah, I am.
She's just so closed off. She's just so focused on anger and resentment.
Yeah, closed off, but she's got a whole bunch of Cheerios, which are heart healthy, which means she can't stroke out. That's her husband's medical plan.
And blame that she can't see outside of that. And
you can't see outside anything in this friggin' house. Every line of sight's blocked. What are you talking about?
They are apparently willing to make this stand and lose everything.
Yeah, because Trump's gonna come save us. Duh.
Kind of be more insistent and remind your dad and Becky of the consequences and that you can't lose this one.
Right.
There's just, the stakes are too
They're
big.
too high.
So since you haven't been in the house in a long time, I think the place to start was for you guys to do a tour so that you can actually see the state of the home and the magnitude of the problem. So that...
Yeah, just make a right at the Parmesan cheese, hop over the large screen, and then you hang a left at Rock'em Sock'em, and then you're right there at your dad.
We are all on the same page.
Yeah, wrong chapter. It's been more than 12 years since Russ and Michelle have been loud inside the house.
Wow. Oh. Coming in, babe.
Welcome home, ladies. This is our inheritance. See what we got? Whole bunch of mac and cheese. Cheerios.
Oh my God, Russ.
Pretty bad.
Oh my God.
What are you thinking, Russ?
Oh,
I'm thinking, man.
that is insane.
Well, you guys are thinking something totally different than me, because I'm thinking we could survive the winter.
This is not my dad. This is crazy. What the hell?
You think?
It's crashing.
Oh my God, I found the Valentine's chocolate. We've been looking for that for a year.
That's crashing, all right.
Oh my God.
Wow.
That's all I can really say, honestly.
That's all I can say is wow.
We brought
Cheetos. I saw Cheetos. I wondered where I put those things.
him into the home with Michelle,
I've never seen anything like this.
Not anything.
and he actually saw where his father sits in this little nest. And that's when Russ began to cry.
Seeing his chair and this is his TV, I mean,
Yeah, this is where he spends his days.
Wow. Unbelievable.
Did you know?
Don't call it a nest. Come on, the rats have the nest. This guy has WD-40 and yakisoba in front of his TV. This guy's prepped.
Was this bad?
No, we had no clue. It was this bad.
No, I didn't.
Russ, what's going on for you right now? How you feeling? Can you put words to it?
It's just a little overwhelming.
Mm-hmm.
It hurt. It hurt a lot. Who lives like that? How do you survive that? How does anybody survive that?
Okay, think about Amanda. She was born in the toilet in this house. She was raised with no friends. Everyone called her weird because, of course, she's socially awkward. She's growing up in this kind of environment with her dad and mom screaming about code enforcement all the time. That poor girl's been through hell. At least you're a little older. You were out of there.
You can't.
Your dad is not well.
No.
And both he and Becky are at risk of actually losing their lives in here.
Yeah.
But also, they are risking losing the house and being homeless. So, like, where do we go from here?
I've never challenged my dad before, and I don't really plan on starting it, but I tell you what, if I have to, I got to, because he can't be here no more like this.
So you better pull up your boots and strap them up tight, because it's time for you to really get in an argument here with these people, because they can't live like this. Nobody can live like this healthily.
Just fell there. I love my dad. I was raised to respect him. I just got to figure out how I'm going to tell him, because I don't tell him anything. I ask him. Don't leave it laying around.
Yeah, don't leave anything laying around. This house is in perfect friggin' order. I know where everything is, except for the Cheetos and the Valentine's Day chocolate.
Tell him. I just don't know how.
Oh, hello.
Hi, Becky. Now listen, you guys, I'm going to have a hard time talking to you right now, okay? Because you guys, both of you, this is out of control.
Okay, things are going a little better than I thought. At least they have an economy-sized thing of lifesavers in the corner, because they're going to need it.
Russ was very moved, and then the gravity of the situation really catalyzed him to go in and talk with his dad and tell him that actually this has to stop.
This is out of control, Dad. What if you get hurt? Nobody'd be able to get in here and get you. You want to know something? I know you don't care. You damn right. I don't give a damn.
All right, you're going to get crushed by friggin' Cheerios. You've had a stroke. I think he said he had a heart attack. So your medical plan, not quite working out with this whole mess and all this trash everywhere, buddy.
Listen, I want to tell you one thing right now. I do not want people telling me I have to live like them.
You don't have to live like them, Dad, but
this damn communist city says I gotta live the way they tell me to live. And I refuse to do that.
Bro, everything is the commies this, the commies that, the left, the right, the yada. He's turning having like polluted his whole neighborhood into some kind of political protest, which it just isn't.
Go to hell.
Well, okay.
I don't want nothing to do with these commies, these Nazis here at all.
But this ain't about the city, this ain't about them, this is about you and Becky.
Hell, there ain't nothing the matter with me that they don't bring on.
Well,
they want to dictate to you. They want to tell you how to live. Oh, no. No, that's wrong.
You don't like taking orders. You don't like people telling you what you got to do. And I understand that.
That's...
Look, you can be defiant till the cows come home, okay? But you can't have this level of trash piled up in your backyard and your neighbors getting mobbed on by rats. What if one of the children gets rat bite fever, and then they're going to have to come find you, little Stuart, and lock your ass up?
Probably it, yeah.
Okay. And I'm telling you, there ain't one otter person that does.
That's right. That's right.
Okay? But sometimes we got to do what we got to do to follow the rules. My dad taught me you got to follow the rules to get where you want to get.
Yeah, you got to play ball, because if I'm your neighbor, I'm asleep, and Master Splinter bites me in the scrotum, I'm going to be pretty effing mad at you, and I'm coming over there knocking on that door.
You know as well as I know that following the rules is how you're going to win. Okay, if we do not follow the rules, we are not going to win. I've never told you anything in my entire life. But I'm going to tell you right now, this is going to go. I'll give you whatever you want, but I can't give you this. And you know damn well I'll give you whatever you want, but I can't give you this, Dad. I love you.
Well, I love you too, son.
And then Russ says, in choking back tears, "Dad, I love you." So it was a very moving moment, and those two men connected in a way that was wonderful to witness. And I think
it would have been a little more moving if Macaroni Mountain wasn't threatening to slide and hit one of them in the head the whole time. But yeah, they love each other, okay? We get it. He doesn't want the commies to come and take his collectibles. That's what he keeps saying.
It's a powerful moment for those two men.
We would find you something to do that you can enjoy while I make these decisions for you, okay? You're just going to have to trust me on it, Dad, and let me make some decisions for you. And you know I'll make nothing but good ones for you. Whether you like them or not, I'll still make good ones for you.
Well, you better not throw away my lifesavers. I'm saving those for next year.
Like them or not, they'll be good, huh?
That's right. He's going to have to surrender to me. It's either surrender to me or move out here in the street.
What is this, the art of war? I don't think he has to surrender. Nobody's coming in here like, throw down your guns right now. It's just freaking Cheerios, macaroni, and Parmesan cheese. We're okay. Just get the rat mobsters out of here and we'll be good to go.
Here we are this morning. We're all ready to get going. Everyone is here except Becky.
What? On the first day of cleanup, Becky has been missing for 24 hours? Oh, damn, the Cheerios got her. The rat mobsters?
Do we know what happened to Becky before she left? Did she say anything to anybody? I'm Erica D.
Did anybody check the toilet? People just appear in there.
Ellie, and I'm an extreme cleaning expert specializing in biohazard and hoarding cleanup. It's been my understanding that Becky has gone missing. That's alarming.
Does anyone know where she is?
She's nowhere around. I had no idea where she is or where she went.
This is going to be the hardest game of hide and seek ever. There's so much shit to look under. This is going to go all day. How are they going to find Becky?
I'd have found a doghouse in some place and crawled in it, and she might be sleeping. I don't know.
Okay, so where does this leave us?
As far as I'm concerned, it leaves me to opening up that garage and getting it starting on things. But I don't care where it leaves the rest of you. I got to get this done.
We got to find Becky, though. If she's out here playing Paw Patrol with the pounds of trash, she can't just be in a freaking kennel somewhere. She's got to clean up all this shit. It's hers, too.
Okay.
And I don't care what anybody else thinks.
Well,
that's my thought.
That's going to be your...
that's
absolutely. But I'd like to share with you where I am on this.
Okay.
I don't feel comfortable in pointing out Becky's things that go away without Becky at least being here. It just isn't right for us to go in and dispose of possessions of someone else without their participation in that decision.
All right, medical man, some of this shit's got to go. I think we can get rid of a few of the things. It's not going to matter if they're there or not. Some of the things she doesn't need to say okay to, right? I mean, I guess maybe if you want to do the right thing, but screw the right thing. There's rats attacking children.
Lose their house.
Yep.
Okay. And at this point, I don't care about nothing but that. I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna go get my truck, and I'm gonna get started on the garage. Good enough? Thank you. Becky has pissed me off. I put a lot in this, and for her to just it off is not gonna happen.
All right, Russ, I'm liking to see the fire inside you, buddy. Just light the match. We can have this whole place gone, and we could get the insurance settlement.
Okay.
Crime scene tape?
I'm not waiting no more, Doc. I ain't got no patience, and I've had enough.
Is anybody going to call in the avalanche dog so we can find Becky? She's buried somewhere. Like, where's Lassie? We got to save this lady. Where is she?
This has got to be done, okay?
I'm not stopping you. Okay.
Listen, I understand, okay? And if Becky's going to be the way she's going to be, then that's fine. She can be that way. But this is my dad's house, and he ain't going to lose it.
Calm down, Russ. Nobody's stopping you.
Oh, for the love of God, that was full too? I guess I should have known that, but in my head, I thought there might be a car in there. Guess not. Garages aren't for cars. While Russ and Michelle attack the garage, Dr. Thompson enlists the help of city officials to hunt for Becky. Man, this turned into a manhunt. Did you see that coming? Crazy. I thought it was just a mess.
Does your dad have any idea where
Nope.
she might be? No? Has she done this before?
Nope.
We treated this like a missing person initially as we begin our investigation and speak with the family members. Does she have a cell phone?
Nope.
She's not at any of the neighbors' house,
Nope.
you think?
Because she doesn't know anybody in the neighborhood.
Are you sure about that? Did you guys make sure that one of the puzzles isn't missing? Because she could have just took the puzzle. She could be at the neighbors figuring out where all the pieces go and maybe getting a piece. I don't know.
Pick her up.
Nope. Because she doesn't know anybody. Nope.
Can we check the house and the cars one more time? There were no cars missing. If anything, she walked away. And knowing Becky, there's no way she could walk very far. We're doing this correct.
Okay, I saw her climbing over everything, so she can do whatever the hell she wants. She really might be playing bumper cars with the neighbor.
We should be checking the obvious places first. Here.
You gotta double check here.
I know.
It doesn't make any sense to start far and then work our way back this way.
Because she might be under a car. She might be in.
I have a feeling she's probably somewhere pretty obvious.
All right. Becky? Becky?
Have you seen Becky?
Bro, there's really a lot of places she could be hiding right now. A lot of them are not good. So hopefully they find Becky and she's not crushed by Cheerios.
So she's not in your home?
It's definitely not at my home.
Becky?
Oh, good. We had a swimming pool this whole time and we weren't swimming? As the search for Becky continues, Russ and Michelle tear into the garage, begin throwing everything away.
How are you going to do the whole garage by yourself?
You watch. Sit back there and watch.
Well, if you guys want to help, that's fine. But, we're tired of waiting around. That's all.
Michelle, Russ, I'm on your side.
Russ is fired up, baby. Don't get in his way. Look at this look. This is a man on fire. This man's ready to get to the mess, and you're getting in the way.
Trying to go about this the best way that preserves their well-being. But without Becky here, we just cannot do this in good conscience. We just can't ethically proceed with the cleanup because she is not here and she can't engage in the decision-making process for lasting change. We just don't want to steal her things and put them away on a truck.
Ethics schmethics. At this point, the neighbors are pissed off. They're done with this. If you're the neighbor, are you worried if Becky's going to be a little upset? Lasting change my ass. I just want change right now.
and never have her see her things again?
I cannot wait for Becky. And you guys have to wait for Becky. That's your thing. Okay, I understand that. I cannot wait for her.
If it comes to mom stuff, we stick it in the yard for now.
You know what? It's
I
all
know.
stuff.
I know.
Okay?
I know
And it's all
stuff.
going. Your mom wants to be that way, she can be that way.
I know.
He's not
As long as you don't throw away Becky's Parmesan cheese, I don't think she's going to get too mad at you, though.
gonna lose his house, period.
I know that.
A lot of what happens in your criminal case
Mm-hmm.
is going to depend upon your being compliant with code enforcement.
Right, I understand.
So if you
that.
slow
Right.
this whole process down, it's going to have a boomerang effect on your case later. You understand?
Whenever the lawyer shows up to the cleanup, you know that we've gone to a whole nother level of this is really going to get us in a lot of freaking trouble.
Yeah.
Prosecutor and I have negotiated a resolution where if he's in compliance, there's a very good possibility that the criminal charges in this case could be dismissed.
The consequences here that this family is facing are big. So
Why did you guys bring a pirate? He's already worried you guys are stealing all his stuff. You brought a guy with a friggin' eye patch to go steal all his things. He thinks a pirate's here to plunder everything. What the hell did you expect?
want us to try to do what we can so that your dad keeps his home and he and Becky don't go to jail. Officer Davis, do you have anything to add to what we've said so far?
I think it's time to begin and work our way towards compliance. I think.
Okay, so how about if we all get to work?
We get it going.
All right?
All right.
One last thing. Keep Captain Hook away from my Cheerios.
Yeah, all books saved.
You want to save all
Save.
the books? I don't know if it's Dad's or Becky's. It could be his stuff, it could be her stuff. I don't have a clue.
This man had a friggin' treasure chest. Did you see that? Almost immediately it becomes obvious that identifying what belongs to who is impossible. You think?
When we were removing items and we realized that there were just too many things intermingled that were Becky's. And so we came to a conclusion that we just had to put a stop to the cleanup. We've decided, because Becky is not present, there are some things of hers that are intermingled in the backyard. So we have to wrap up for today.
Bro, you can't be serious. You're stopping cleanup just because Becky did a hoof, like she hoofed it out of here? That's friggin' ridiculous, man. That's wild.
Because we don't feel comfortable ethically going about this cleanup without her being here.
I felt like I was being deserted. And I thought, oh no, they're just totally quitting.
I understand Michelle and Amanda are out looking for her right now. So keep
F your comfort. This man's sleeping on a bed of Cheez-Its. We need to get him comfortable. Get her comfortable. Clean the damn house.
us updated.
With the cleanup at a standstill, the frantic search for Becky continues.
We ruled out the immediate area. We're going to try to branch out a little wider. At this point, we really don't know where Becky's at.
I mean, didn't Andy say she could be in a doghouse somewhere snuggling Snoopy or the neighbor? Like, you could find her somewhere.
Quite honestly, she could just about be anywhere.
We've got some more feelers out, so.
Okay, we had everyone gathered because we have a whole crew.
That's yours.
And all of a sudden, the phone rings.
Hey. Okay. See ya.
Did they find her?
Yeah.
Where is she?
She's in Amanda's, and my wife and her are about a block away.
What do you mean? Where the hell was she this whole time? I have some questions, Becky, and these are going to need answered. Becky from the block. Becky returns. Dr. Tompkin keeps everyone at a distance, tries to talk with her.
Well, Becky,
Yeah?
I'm very glad you're back, and I'm glad you're safe. Do you want to know how important you are? We were about ready to leave. I really appreciate that Becky is in a very difficult situation. She's kind of like between the devil and the deep blue sea, because if she's here, it's going to be hard. But her not being here is going to be hard for her too.
I mean, Becky looks like she's a little worse for wear, so I think she's taken this a lot harder than I ever realized, but I guess that's the nature of the mental illness of being a hoarder.
Because her not being here, she and Andy are going to experience some really terrible consequences because she's not here. However this shapes up, we want to keep you guys in your home, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you being here is absolutely essential. So thank you for coming back.
When this gets
Yeah, because she was out there building puzzles with Phil the neighbor while you guys brought a friggin' pirate in the house to plunder our treasure chest.
cleaned up, I'm still not coming back because I'm just disgusted with the city and the whole damn neighborhood. If I have to go live out in the woods, I'll go live out in the damn woods.
I don't know about you, but something about Becky does not scream wilderness survival to me, even though she fancies herself a bit of a Parmesan prepper. To the relief of the crew, Becky shows up for the second day. All right, Becky.
Yesterday was a really difficult day. We had to stop what we were doing because Becky was not here, and fortunately, Becky returned. Thank you, Becky. At this point,
I really can't believe Becky just dicked off a whole day, though. They're literally talking about seizing the home. Like, she's going to lose her friggin' house. They're going to put a lien on it. Like, she would be donezo.
we're just trying to tread lightly so that she doesn't bolt again, because I'm really still very concerned about that she could just leave.
I have something to say to everybody here. I have a couple of people that I've appointed to say yes or no.
Can you share who those people are who are appointed, just so we're all clear?
So it will be Russ, and then we have Michelle.
Okay, so we've got a plan. We've got people who are in charge of the plan, and so let's get to work.
Okay, so Russ is in charge of cleanup, and Amanda is in charge of get all the stuff out of the way that'll make you bust your ass.
Put it in the truck.
Can we take this down?
Take it down.
My name is Kevin. I'm the neighbor of Andy and Becky. I'm happy to help, as are some of the other neighbors. I'm really impressed with how many neighbors have showed up.
Gotta go.
Crash.
It's gotta go. Okay, just like that. Thank you very much. Okay, it's gotta go like that.
This guy looks like he's seen better days.
Yeah, let's
Good job, Andy.
go with it.
Also, I mean, I feel like if you're the neighbors, you show up to help them clean up, not out of some sense of camaraderie, because you're literally getting attacked by rats at this point. Like, you just want to get all this trash out of here at all costs, right? Becky and Andy off to a great start. Sergeant Davis and Officer Boggs inspect the backyard.
This is the first time having a look from this angle, and it looks like a landfill. It's far worse than I thought.
Based on what I'm seeing right now, I just don't know if it's realistic at this point to get the outside up to code as well as the inside up to code.
Screw code at this point. We're not going to get anywhere near that. This is the most ridiculous amount of trash I've ever seen. Having lost a full day of cleanup, only remains 3 days.
I got emotional, and that was completely overwhelming. I got goosebumps. But yeah, this is very unacceptable. I have to get out of here. Like, it's so overwhelming.
With the situation looking grim in the backyard, Dr. Tompkins faces another challenge out front.
Becky, this stuff is infested with hantavirus.
Oh, for the love of God, there's a rat nest in her car. Those are the ones that are going crazy. They've been eating friggin' air fresheners. That's why they're attacking the neighbors. A virus carried by rodents causing various, what is it, febrile hemorrhagic disease, often with kidney damage or failure? F those rats, forget this. What the hell? Hantavirus.
We are not taking this out. This is going away. I could see from the window it's covered with rat mouse droppings, and it is a hotbed for hantavirus. This is infested with rat droppings.
The back stuff is not.
It is.
No, I put it in there a month ago, and we did not have rats.
But the air has contaminated everything.
I think we should listen to Dr. Becky for a second, okay? She clearly knows what she's talking about when it comes to rats. She has a career in rodents.
Because it's not safe, Becky.
Where's the key?
Russ? Please.
You know what the Hampton virus is, right?
I know what it is. I haven't caught it yet. I'm not going to.
She said to me, well, I haven't got it yet, which doesn't make any sense at all. You are going to catch it if you keep messing around with this stuff.
Kidney failure, schmidney failure. We've got puzzles in this, baby. We're not throwing out any puzzles.
She starts going through this stuff and taking it out and squirreling it away.
Becky, that's your neighbor's yard.
I know. They'll let me.
Not if they knew what you were putting there.
Becky, this isn't safe.
It's brand new. You want to pay me about $200 for this back stuff?
Shut the hell up. I wouldn't give you a nickel for that ugly looking thing. What are you talking about?
Becky, it's not safe. I'm sorry that it cost you money.
Becky,
What?
this stuff is not safe. Okay,
Well, this is.
if you want that, fine. You know what? Take that. But you know what? Look at the rest of it. It's all been infested with rats.
I think Michelle is correct. Becky wants to keep all this crazy stuff. That's absolutely right, and that is the illness. This is what people who with hoarding disorder do. They keep crazy stuff.
If you're one of the neighbors and you all of a sudden just see stuff like flying over your fence, that pretty much is just a rat breeding ground at this point, I'm pretty sure that you're not the most happy neighbor. Maybe, howdy neighbor, how you doing? Bam, here's a rat fucking nest thrown right at you.
Just might go sit in the truck there because they're going to garbage can everything anyway. They're always saying, oh, you can all keep the good stuff. When it comes right down to it, they just garbage can everything.
You don't want to participate?
Nope.
Why is that?
Because I said they're going to do what they want to do no matter what I say.
I'm also really confused on where the good stuff is, but apparently that stuff in the car is good stuff.
Well, we're all terrified of losing her because, you know, if we lose her, it's all over. I mean, we have to leave. And if we leave, they lose their home.
Yeah, you're also going to lose her to rat bite fever. Like, this woman is mentally ill, and this mess is going nowhere. This is crazy as hell.
Becoming really clear that we actually may not meet our goal.
The point is that we can't touch everything. So I'm wondering if we can come to some sort of common ground where you relinquish a little bit of control for us to just start putting things in donate that you haven't seen. I don't know. With Becky, I feel like I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place. If I push too hard, she bolts.
Yeah, because she keeps all the friggin' rocks. She has the hantavirus hamburger helper she's not willing to get rid of.
Too soft, she keeps everything.
You save some of it or lose all of it.
Michelle just said something that makes the most sense I've heard in a long time.
Save some of it or lose all of it. That's your options.
Basically, right now, with everybody, it's lose all of it no matter what.
When you work with people who have hoarding disorder, they have a biased focus of attention. It's primarily on keeping. It's not on letting go.
Well, this is the most friggin' trash I've ever seen in one place, so clearly she is not very much for the throwaway club. But Mealtime Michelle over here, she's in charge of all the meal prep and keeping all the food.
So usually the conversations are we start down the path of talking about letting go, and we soon shift to the path, all the reasons for keeping.
We're saving what we can, but you know, you don't have room for all this, nor do you have all the time in your lifetime to go through all of it.
All the stuff we've thrown out, we have this and that.
Becky, where do we go from here? I'm telling you, if we don't pick up this pace...
I know, but,
okay.
you know...
you tell me, where do we go from here?
Because our thing was clean up the garage and we could stack stuff in there.
I know, but
Bro, we're not stacking more stuff. You've already played Jenga with your whole house. Everything is falling on top of you. We don't need to stack anything.
I'm talking about your process. How can we speed things up? We are running out of time. We are running out of time.
When you guys go, I'm going to continue working probably till 2 o'clock in the morning.
Working.
Well, thank God. Becky's a friggin' night owl. Who would have guessed that she's going to be cleaning all night and not stashing things in the neighbor's yard? That's definitely not what she's doing.
Churning the clutter. That's what I've seen. Touching it, moving it. One thing and donate. I know it feels very invasive because you have a lot of hands on all your things.
Well, okay, garbage can all of it.
That's not what we're saying.
I don't give a crap.
Well, can we just have some rules? If it's soiled, if the organizers think it's soiled, that we can let go of that? Why are you taking off your... Why are you taking
it off?
And so,
Oh, come on. Let's not have Becky bolt again. Then we have to do another friggin' scavenger hunt. Find her in a doghouse somewhere. Let's not do that. We don't want her snuggling Snoopy anymore.
so again, we're losing her. When she starts to take off her mic, we're losing her. So let's let it go.
Okay.
Let it go.
All right. That's all we can do. Is this donate or keep?
This is keep. It's all keep anyway. Like I told you, this is what was going to happen. She's going to try to keep everything. My mom's out of control. She really is. And I feel like we should sneak with the dumpster in the middle of the night and dump most of that.
Because that's
I don't think you guys are going to sneak. Becky said she's got the night owl watch. She's going to be looking to make sure nobody touches her stuff.
what we get all the time. You can keep your good stuff. You can go through, make sure you get your good stuff. And every time, whatever we have, it's junk.
We talk with her, push a little bit.
Look for more expired food.
She gets upset, she exits. Either she takes off her mic, she turns her back, she walks away, or she goes back to the truck.
Also, what does she think that people are trying to steal from her? Because what in here is the good stuff? How many people has she seen squirrel something away and like steal from her?
I think that's what we're going to be seeing a lot of.
Everything goes unless it's sentimental, okay?
With just 2 more days to clean up remaining, Russ is fired up.
Anybody starting to claim any sentimental, would you talk to them for me? Just
I'm
don't.
happy to talk
Okay,
with them.
Okay, if it ain't sentimental, it goes.
Okay.
Okay, simple as that.
Okay.
We got a goal to meet, we got to get there.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you very
That
much.
makes perfect sense, Russ.
Okay, great.
I support you.
Well, Russ, I was pretty attached to the Parmesan cheese in this house, so that's sentimental in my eyes. I was 605 pounds. Pretty sentimental about food. Also, the waffles in the living room, keep. Those are definitely keep. Definitely keep. That was from Cheesecake Factory. As Russ continues to lead the charge, Becky and Andy try to save bags
What
of
date
expired
is that? Can we
food.
take a peek? Can I just take a peek just so to know what I'm working with? This expired. 3 years.
That's what the food bank gets.
Yes.
We're gonna feed this to other people? What the hell, Becky? You have lost the plot.
Wait a minute. Let me get in this. Just because that expired doesn't mean I'm going to drink it.
Where is it going then? Why is it on your property? Why can't we let this go?
Listen. Would you believe it if I told you animals love that stuff?
You feed
This is why the rats are turning into friggin' mobsters. You got them all jacked up on Mountain Dew. This is his version of rat poison right here. Get them jacked up on expired Mountain Dew.
Dew to animals. You feed expired Mountain Dew to animals. Is that what I'm hearing you say?
To animals, yes.
We had a case of Mountain Dew. I picked up a bottle and it expired almost 4 years ago. Why do you feed expired Mountain Dew to animals?
They love it.
Duh. Do you wonder why little Stuart had love handles? He's been chugging Mountain Dew.
I'm not calling you a hoarder. I am working in a hoard, and this is hoarding behavior. And we need to make it stop. What I'm doing is telling them things that they don't want to hear.
No, you guys let me interrupt.
Listen,
Dad, I'm going to overstep your bounds, okay?
No, you're not going
let,
to.
Let me talk, please, first. Let me talk first. If it is not sentimental, Dad, we have a goal here. We have to reach that goal. It's very important to me and you.
I'm pretty sentimental about making the baby squirrels fat so I can deny the fact that they are rats and we have a rat problem.
My job. I quit it to come here and make sure my dad does not lose his house, okay? I would not ever talk to you like this.
This is sentimental.
You gotta be kidding me. That's stupid. I can't even elaborate on it. You want to sit here and waste my time to argue over a Mountain Dew is ignorant.
No one else.
I told you he was sentimental about making the rats fat. I mean, the man has his proclivities, I guess.
Wants to listen to me.
Dad, because we got a goal, we have time.
And I keep saying, go to work.
Okay, then you need to just let him do it.
Why is everything being moved? Why is everything being moved around the neighborhood? Becky, I need your trust. That's what this comes down to. I need your trust.
No.
Why? Becky's plan of dispersing her hoard around the neighborhood is killing us time-wise.
Man, Becky's really good at hiding stuff. Just like her husband wants to keep the Mountain Dew, she wants to keep all the hantavirus stuff.
Look it, I'm letting you do what you want to do.
No, that's not the solution, Becky.
No.
We want you a part of this, and we
I
almost
figured
stopped the cleanout.
I wanted to leave until it was over with.
Okay. And then be traumatized. Because
well, I'm traumatized now.
Yeah, you guys hit all my taco seasoning. What the hell? Who's gonna have Taco Tuesday now? As Erica tries to desperately get through to Becky, Russ and Michelle grow tired of the debate.
Well, you know what? If you guys are gonna argue, will you please move so we can continue our job?
Continue doing what we got to do.
Becky,
Well, yeah, but we still gotta get
I have a U-Haul van for all of your keeps. So my crew, just so my crew is clear, if there's anything you want to keep, where do we put it? Because I have a truck for you.
She's only ignoring us. You know what? I'm about ready to push her right down in the street, on her face.
What the hell has gotten into Michelle? Did she drink some of this expired Mountain Dew? Because she's getting jacked up like the rat. She's ready to fight too.
Kevin's yard. Becky doesn't want to talk to me, and Michelle and Russ butt into the conversation, and Michelle proceeds to say that she wants to push me in front of a moving car.
I'm not ready to push her out in the street. You guys are in our way.
And why is that?
Because you're in our way. If you want to argue in the street.
We're not arguing. I need her trust, Michelle.
You know what? You're never gonna get her trust, okay? Never. So just give it up. We got things to do.
Erica's.
I mean, I think I understand the therapist's point of view, like she's trying to get her trust. I also understand Michelle's point of view. Her trust is not easily earned.
And my wife doesn't like being pushed or people being pushed, and she doesn't like Erica. And so when she doesn't like it, it's not good.
You claim you want to get done? To get the hell out of our way.
Beck, I need to know where my crew puts Becky's stuff that's keep because she's putting it around the neighborhood and we don't know where.
Kevin's yard.
Why? So now it's Kevin's yard. It was under the tree. Now it's Kevin's yard. Now it's across. I don't know where to put stuff.
Okay, so argue with her somewhere else, please.
We're not arguing. I need understanding.
Well, yeah, get your understanding over there out of our way, would you? We got a time limit, Eric, and what part of that don't you understand?
Look, I got news for you. The time limit's not going to help. There's still so much damn trash in this place. There's no way it's getting out of here. Like, all of it.
Argue with her over there.
Michelle, when she flipped out, I was like, okay, I was like a fist fight.
You really annoy me, and you're getting in the way of us working.
Why do I annoy you?
And because you're stopping people from working.
I'm doing my job, Michelle.
Your job?
I'm not doing my job unless I tell Becky the cold, hard truth. But I'm turning into the bad cop, and I'm really not wanted anymore on this cleanup.
You guys ever heard of the UFC? Well, this is the UCF, Ultimate Clutter Fighter, baby.
I don't have to like you.
Okay.
And I don't have to have this argument with you.
And what did I do to
I don't
you?
want to talk to you. I don't like you, period.
We've gotten to this point where everyone is aware that time is slipping away and people are beginning to feel the pressure and tempers are flaring and people are arguing and pushing back.
You know what?
Yeah, look at this lady right here. She's definitely drank some expired Mountain Dew in her lifetime because she's looking all jacked up. She's ready to go over a little bit of friggin' trash because we don't want to have a scavenger hunt with all the stuff around the neighborhood.
Because you agreed to be on a TV.
I'm gonna you in the face. Whatever the case is, I don't like you, okay?
Okay, got
Excuse me?
This big blow up results with everyone going to their respective corners. Becky and Andy are at the truck. Amanda is wandering around. Of course, the process is stopped and we are, stuck. And the clock is still ticking.
I mean, I don't really give a damn. Some woman starts to talk to me like that, and I'm a therapist or not, I'm still throwing hands. I'm mad. This woman was in her face saying about everything nasty she could to her. Like, come on. She's trying to friggin' help at least.
Keep your eye on the prize, Michelle.
It's upsetting that Michelle got so angry and her and Russ are just seeing red, and that's not the way to go about this. I understand there's been a lot of standing around and they want to get the house clean because they gave up a lot, but there's a certain way that Dr. Tompkins and I feel that this should be gone about.
Okay, Russ did just say that he quit his job to be here, so Russ officially could be homeless if this house gets lost too. After diffusing the situation with Michelle and Russ, Dr. Tompkins talks with Erica.
It's not easy to hear someone saying that they don't like you, but it isn't about you. You're right, and it's important for you not to take it personally, okay? Because then you won't be effective.
Okay, somebody tells me they don't like me. It's F you too, buddy. Go stick it, like sit and spin on it.
I think you're doing a great job, so we just have to follow their lead, okay? And then if you're doing that, you're doing your job, okay? It'll be okay. It'll be okay. It's going to be okay.
Just as the situation calms down, Michelle approaches Erica again.
Okay, I'm sorry. You know what? Russ, he gets me riled up. When he gets going, I mean, we've done this for Andy before. We're just fed up with it.
Okay, so I guess the Mountain Dew wear it off, but also don't wipe my friggin' eyes with that hantavirus finger. Who knows where the hell that thing's been?
I didn't mean to disrespect anyone. You don't
worry.
need to do
It's okay. You know you get your it's running all down your
You
face.
guys have my respect, okay? I'm not trying to be pushy or butt in.
Okay, that's
I want you to know that. You
okay.
have my respect.
Okay, I believe you. I believe you.
You also just put rat poop on my pupil, so we're gonna have a little bit of a problem. After making up with Shell, everyone gets back to work. Are they really putting any of this stuff in storage? Look, I can't believe it's butter. That stuff's probably still good. That stuff can survive a nuke.
We have the kitchen done, the bathroom clear. People are working on the hallway. Andy gave us permission to clean the laundry room.
Thank God we got the bathroom clear. That's the damn nursery in the house.
What's the update?
So we need to get them another exit out of the house. They have to have another egress. That front door is the only way in and out of this house.
Excellent.
We
Let's
could
go.
tear into this. We could get this done in no time.
Yeah. All right. Sound good?
So you gonna open the door, Russ?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's knock out a wall. This guy climbs mountains to do his laundry. We can find another way out. I mean, look at that. Becky's finally letting some stuff go, and she's not doing this whole scavenger hunt thing.
Becky has not said thank you, not one time. She has not appreciated nothing. And she's just been causing problem. My stepmom, she's not interested in what we're doing here. She's just interested in what she's going to keep. Everybody out here working, all the neighbors chipped in. It was an amazing thing that happened. And
yeah, but you guys threw away my rat poop puzzle, so I'm not exactly happy.
my stepmother didn't seem to appreciate that, nor did it seem like it was going to do her any good. So I had to figure out what I was going to do.
With time running out, no one able to get through to Becky, Russ has an epiphany.
Do you know what an enabler is, Dad? Enabler is who makes excuses for the addict. She has an addiction. She's got to buy and not let it go. My dad's an enabler. My sister's an enabler. And apparently half the neighborhood here is enablers too.
I mean, yeah, the neighbors are letting her store stuff, which is wild to me. I wouldn't classify Amanda as an enabler, though. She was born into this. That poor girl's been through the friggin' ringer. The dad, Andy, yeah, sure, he's probably enabling her.
They let her put her stuff in her yard. Unless she's willing to be a participant and do something about her addiction, I feel that what I'm doing is for nothing.
Russ, you're saying what to your dad?
His wife is no different than me. She's an addict, in my opinion, and she needs counseling. I'm an addict. For me, I took a lot of counseling to get through it. I went back to my drugs, no counseling. I went back right back to where I came from, no counseling. When I got counseling, I got help. I got work. I got a new life.
Nice. Okay, so Russ has been through the ringer too. I thought Amanda was the only one that struggled, that was a child here. But I guess he's been really through it too. So this family's got a lot of stuff they need to work on as a family unit.
What I'm hearing is that agreement is that Russ is actually going to stop helping if we can't get a commitment from Becky to accept therapy when it's offered to her. That's my understanding. Is that, and you're on board with that?
Yeah, I am. Right?
Okay. All right.
I did not expect him to take a stand too. I thought he was just going to say, don't take my freedom. I want all my extra stuff. Screw the fridge. We only cook in the bathroom. Like, I thought that's where he was going.
But you have to understand one thing.
Sure.
I'm going to be part of the convincing.
You're going to be a big part of the convincing, Andy. I mean, in fact, I would say it depends on you.
Yeah, and I'm going to tell her no more waffles in the living room until we clean all this stuff up.
I'd appreciate it if you get that done right away so I can go back to work. Okay. Otherwise, I'm going to go sit in my van and smoke a cigarette.
You get out of here.
Okay, let's go. We're going to walk over to Becky and you're going to talk to her. And I'll be right there with you. All right, everyone, please stop what you're doing.
Stop what you're doing. Stop.
Do we gotta stop the progress just to talk to Becky? Nope, just keep rolling. The Starbucks is getting cold over here.
Stop. This conversation is probably the most important conversation that's going to happen because this is about your health.
Yeah.
So, Andy, you want to tell Becky what you're feeling and what you're thinking?
So we're going to talk to Doc Martin here. Somebody.
Andy spoke to Becky and told her that he wanted them all to get some counseling.
So now, if you agree to talk to somebody, we'll hit this thing full bore. And I know it's gonna hurt.
I mean, she's pretty stubborn as far as this thing goes. I don't know if she's going to respond well to this. I'm really not sure how she's about to take this because there might be drones watching us or something.
But I want you to agree with this and say yes.
Okay.
Okay, so what do you hear him saying?
Well, he wants me to do counseling.
Are you willing to do that?
Yeah.
I know this may sound like a dumb question, but why?
Because we don't need 57 boxes of Cheerios in the house and we don't need the rats all jacked up on nuclear Mountain Dew.
I think it was a wonderful turning point. I mean, it was a public statement, and what we do know is that public statements are one of the things that actually is necessary, often for change. And so for her to make that public statement is very powerful.
I was going to say I'm going to be part of the whole process too.
You tell your mom.
I would be part of your whole process too. See, now I'm crying.
That's okay.
Aw, I really like her. I think she's such a sweet girl. For the hand she was dealt, she really didn't deserve that.
All the way, no matter what, because I think I need it too.
You want your mom to get help and you want
Yes.
your family to get help,
Yes.
including you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Gonna make me tear up a little bit. I don't know if it's the allergies or the rat poop in the air, the hantavirus.
You okay? You okay?
I'm just trying to keep my composure.
I think at the heart of this story is really it's a love story, and you know it could be a love story that's gone a little bit out of whack in that Andy loves Becky so much that he has kind of gone along for too
I mean, yeah, I think I saw this episode of Love is Blind with the rat shit and all that.
long with this problem.
I look forward to the ending of this and the new start of new life.
Absolutely, Andy. As we clear out your house and bring you into compliance, we open up your house so that you can live it.
Right.
Wait, there's somebody buried in the yard too? This man was living underneath all this trash forever. You had a body? Holy hell.
And with therapy, you can open up your life. You know, love is a strange thing. You know, love has the power to actually take us down one path that creates all kind of problems for us, and it has the power to take us down another path, which is, you know, wonderful and opening.
I mean, I guess I would call this love of all this junk, but I did not expect them to actually get anywhere with this. I thought this was just going to be an argument the whole time. The house was just going to be trash forever.
This is a family decision that really Becky has really signed on to. I want to bring Michelle and Russ up. Andy communicated to Becky the importance of her accepting therapy, and she has said she's committed to it.
Awesome, Becky.
So how do you feel about that?
I feel I'm getting my gloves on. I'm going to work.
Okay. Love you.
Oh, this is a nice little heartfelt moment. I like this a lot. This is great.
As well, which is remarkable.
I have never called Sergeant Davis. He's always been Cop Davis to me. No, that's out. He is Sergeant Davis. Sergeant.
I thought he was just going to call him the Cocker Spaniel klepto, but I still am not happy with this guy did with his dogs.
Davis, I'm sorry for what I've done and said and what I thought about you.
I accept your apology, and I also apologize to you if I ever said anything that was incorrect or...
You also don't have to let anyone know that you're thinking bad things about them. I'm sorry for all the things I thought about you. Yeah, keep those to yourself. You just put them up there in the FU bank in the top of your head.
in any way offended you.
Sergeant.
Andy? It was nice to hear Andy apologize and to be able to speak civilly with him for the first time in all these months.
Sergeant Davis is a friend of mine.
In the last minutes of cleanup, code enforcement gathers in the house to make the final decision. Okay, let's see what we got.
We can actually all four stand in one room. At least they have access from the front door. They have access in here. They can actually start cleaning the kitchen, get the kitchen used. They have a way to get out of the back of the house through the garage.
Right.
I mean, that's progress for having to do a high jump to wash your underwear and find the friggin' washer. Like, that's a lot of progress.
There's still a lot to do in the garage.
We've created a good living space. I think they can function normally. I can't speak on what's inside of the bedrooms.
They still have a lot to do. This house is technically at this point is really not livable, but they've already...
Oh, come on. This is so much better. They can survive in this. We saw how it started.
Living in this when it was much worse than this. Vika, what do you think? Where do we stand right now with all this whole process?
Code enforcement deliberates. Time runs out.
I got word from my crew that 40 trucks left the premises and a total of 160 tons were taken off of this property.
160 tons? Holy hell, there's dumps with less trash than that.
160 tons.
Shut the hell up.
I can't fault anybody who allows 160 tons of trash, recycle, and disposable items to leave their property. I'm very proud of Andy and Becky, and though they have a long way to go, they've gone leaps and bounds above what I anticipated for this week.
I really thought there was no way, like a snowball's chance in hell, that they were going to get that much out of there. I didn't realize they were getting so much out of there. 160 tons is a lot. That's like a couple people from My 600-Pound Life put together.
Well, you've done a great job. 160 tons is a lot of stuff that got hauled out of here. Estimate is it's probably 60 plus more tons that's got to get out of here at some point. And we want to work with you on that.
You have 200 tons of trash in your house? Holy shit, I didn't realize it was that much.
Right now, technically, you're not in compliance still. You still have a ways to go, but you are so much closer.
I'd like to add something, Andy. Early January, we had a brief meeting and we talked about coming into compliance, and if we could not, that the city was going to move towards the abatement portion. And
how do you feel now if I bribe you with some bathroom bacon? I'm a hell of a chef. Gordon Ramsay, eat your heart out.
All that stuff. Well, I just want to put your mind at ease that that is no longer a concern as of today. We're going to continue to work with you folks and try to move this thing forward.
Nice. They get to keep their house. I really thought they were going to lose it. I didn't think there was any chance at all that they could get this clean enough to live in.
City officials, you just don't find city officials as you poor. And the rest of these people, their hearts are just tremendous.
I have had the privilege of being in many, many situations like this over the years. What I have not experienced is how your community came together.
I mean, it's pretty crazy. Everybody really jumped on to help this whole family get all this figured out, which I think is the point of community, right? You want neighbors like that are willing to come running and help you.
We came in where this family was, is they hated their community. They hated government. They hated the police force, and they hated their neighbors.
That's because the neighbors had drones too, and Trump was going to read my sign on Twitter. I was going to get publicity, and everything was looking on the up and up.
As the community came in to help, it shifted their perspective enormously. What I noticed is Becky was no longer carrying around her recorder. The pounding, the grievances drum, that dropped off. It's been amazing for me to witness that. In these times, there's just so much fragmentation of families and society.
I mean, the paranoia kind of went away. That's a good thing, because that damn recorder, I don't know if Washington's a one-party consent state, but if you record somebody without them knowing in a two-party state, you're in trouble.
Broader context of today, there's so much divisiveness, so much hate, so much violence in communities all over the country. And actually to witness this to see that actually this does still exist is amazing.
You know, I actually think that like the whole government, this is going to be like, all right, this is a little bit like paranoid, but I think the government and news push divisiveness because they realize that we're so much stronger together. So they really push a lot of that stuff out there. I don't think as many people hate each other as they let on the news and stuff like that.
It made me feel more hopeful for us as a species that we can actually do this if we all come together.
In the weeks following the cleanup, Russ and Michelle returned, cleared out the remaining 60 tons. Becky and Amanda and the entire family attended aftercare therapy. The animal cruelty charges were dropped. The home was deemed safe for the dogs to return. All right, nice, happy ending. I like this one, man. That was so much trash. I did not see a cleanup being even possible. Also, we lost somebody at a point. I don't think Hoarders has ever lost a contestant before, and I'm calling them a contestant because they're really on here of the you're going to lose your house board game or whatever, but wow, man. They got the dogs back. Not sure about that one. Hopefully they take much better care of the dogs in the end. Amanda and the family therapy and all that, hopefully that's going great because I actually want the best for them. I don't want anybody drinking nuclear Mountain Dew anymore and losing their stuff, but leave a like, leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think about this family because this was a wild one. It was a lot of fun watching this episode. I'll see y'all later. Bye.